Right, we'll call to order the Code Enforcement Board meeting for the month of February 2024. Roll call, please.
Bill Dixon.
Here.
John Stroud.
Here?
Lisa O'Neill.
Here.
Tim Skinner.
Here.
Alan Taylor.
Here. Did every member of the board receive the email containing the minutes from our past meeting? If so, I will entertain a motion to have them approved as submitted.
So moved.
Second.
Any question, comment? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion is approved. Under old business, we have, what do we call that? Findings of
Findings of
fact. Chris, what action do we need to take on this?
You have written findings of fact with you?
Yes.
Adopt those.
Okay,
Mr. Chairman, I move that we adopt the findings of fact as submitted. Case number 02-24.
do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye? Aye. That motion is approved.
Chairman, may I request that the Codes Administrator describe to you the number of truckloads that were taken to the dump from that cleanup? That ended up taking 2 days.
Can I preface his comments with what I understand the city was paid to do the debris removal, is that correct?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
go ahead.
As long as I can correct you on that, that's a sanitary landfill.
Sorry, sanitary. Sorry. To the
Strike that-
transfer
strike
station.
that
It
from
was
the
actually
minutes,
to the
please.
transfer station, but go ahead.
Well, it was a 2-day deal, and it was a lot of stuff. Several trucks. I don't even remember the number of trucks, but they had a bigger truck that held 3 loads. They had smaller trucks, and it was a lot of work.
Wow.
But it looked a lot better when they were done. Yeah. So at any rate, we.
Public Works did an outstanding job, and Steve was present, and the police department came and kept an officer present the whole time. So it was an effort by the city, and
Great.
It-
so much better for the.
Was there any
people who live
resistance
there.
from?
Sure, absolutely,
Yes.
of course. We had 2 squatters that had to move. They were in an RV parked in a lot that was not owned by them. So the police had to, tell them they had a certain amount of time to get out. There was an encampment, like a tarp encampment, that was
Tent
removed.
City.
Sorry?
Tent City?
Yeah, for one person probably, or one family, whatever. But yes, it was removed. And then a lot of resistance as far as all of the items on the one property and vacant as well. So it was a long 2 days, but it does look a lot better.
In your opinion, is it going to require police enforcement to
Yeah,
keep it that
I'll
way,
second
you
that.
think?
I think we're going to have to send another letter, unfortunately. That's kind of the nature of how this works. So, we may have already sent a letter.
I have not. I have
Okay.
not been able to get out there
Okay.
yet, get the pictures, so I can send a letter.
So they've already moved back in?
They didn't move back in,
Yeah.
but the guy with the majority of all the stuff is already junking up his place again.
And what we found when we got out there was the materials that were on the other 2 parcels, we weren't sure where they came from, were his.
So he claimed them, although they weren't on his
And
property.
the people who lived there said that they were living there because they had permission from him. And of course, the 2 property owners made it clear to the police that they did not have their permission to be.
But do we have a codes issue with that property owner? The-
Yes, I mean, we continue to work, cite that property.
She's talking about the one to the left of the property, I think,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
But I mean, is he in violation, is my question?
We haven't, Dobby hasn't been there yet. I mean, we had to clean up his property as well. So, we had to clean up 3 parcels there. He
So
owned
there'll
one
be
of
a
them.
lien.
Yeah,
That's what I started to say, will there be a lien on that?
Yes. there'll be a
okay.
lien on it.
Wow.
All right. Well, is there any other other old business, I don't know of any. Under new business, so we have an appeal that's going to be moved back, as I understand. You go ahead and give your report.
Our appellant contacted us today. They tested positive for a contagious illness, and so they've requested that we postpone their hearing until the next month, and we acquiesce in that because we don't want illness. So anyway, so you'll hear that next month.
I'm sure. Okay.
Okay, excuse me. Citations withdrawn from the city are 5, and uncontested citations are 10, and that is all the new business we've got.
I have one other item of new business when you're ready.
Yes, ma'am?
As you all know, because of your work, we're able to do mass foreclosures. Our 4th mass foreclosure is currently in the works. Our first set of sales will be this Wednesday at 10:30 on the 3rd floor of the fiscal court building in their room. And the properties that will be up for sale at that time are 1533 Cumgock Street, which is a house and a lot. 1023 Madison Street, which is a house and a lot. 1002 Atkinson Street, which is a house and a lot. And 835 Martin Luther King Avenue, which is just a vacant lot. So we're hopeful that those sell. We did have 2179 Augusta Drive, but that all the liens and the taxes were paid on that, and so that sale was canceled. So we also, in 2 weeks, go for the second round judgments, and those will go, assuming that we hit judgment on them, we'll go for the next master. So if you know anyone who is looking for potential
A lot of
houses,
flippers out
or
there.
please encourage them to.
You've got all kinds of money. Go ahead. Go
I'm
for
not,
it.
no, I'm not gonna flip a house.
Has anyone expressed interest in Dawn?
Yes, 1533 Cumgock Street. We heard that someone had, or an organization has
Good.
interest in it. And 835 Martin Luther King Avenue, we heard someone has interest. The Madison Street house is the house that's directly across from Fernwood Cemetery. That little white house where Stewart Avenue
Yeah.
hits
Yeah.
Madison Street. And then the Atkinson Street one is
Oh,
I've had calls on the 1023 Madison.
interested in it. Yeah, it's a cute little house. So, the owner of that passed away.
there's a big family that all lives around there, I think, too.
So anyway, but we're hopeful that property owners who want to take care of their property, potential property owners will come forward and purchase those properties and
Neat.
put them to good use.
Put them back in the revenue stream. There we go.
And, I mean,
Back on the tax
housing
roll.
for people, you know, so.
All right. Is there any other new business to come before this board? Bill?
I'm just gonna ask, have you had any complaints on property gathering behind the old Mike's Tavern?
I don't know where the mic is.
Talking about
Holloway.
the Red Rooster?
Yeah,
It's
Holloway,
like-
Spanky's Red Rooster.
yeah, Holloway and Powell.
Yes. I get complaints, I write them up, they clean up. They got a trailer there, it's a zoning issue,
Yeah,
so that kind of falls out of my thing, wheelhouse.
okay.
But it's like, you know, it's.
Zoning
stays on the
issues
radar.
have come to you all.
Okay. So will someone take that up? Because it kind of, it gets cleaned up, then it gets messed up. I didn't know they were in the process of even cleaning up, which is good. Many times I've gone by there and seen it, it hasn't been cleaned up, but,
Well, I'll get a complaint, I get out there, I send them a letter, they'll put it all on a trailer, haul it off. 3 weeks later, it's
Yeah.
right back the way it
okay,
was.
yeah.
Now, spring cleanup is coming, and Dobby is writing letters to all of our,
Anything I see, I go up and down every road, alley, if I see it, I tell them. I send them a little letter, tell them, spring cleanups on the 25th of March, have it out there by then, and that the city will come and pick it up for free.
Yeah, that's true.
Price is right.
Yeah. It's in April for people north of Second Street.
Any other-
I hope the zoning issue gets cleared up, though. If that's a concern that needs to be addressed. Okay, thank you.
Any other comments from the board? Chris, have we, is there an announcement that it's pending? Are you suffering burnout from this activity?
It's a tough
This is
job.
the least of my problems. Next Monday, I'll be working at Independence Bank in Owensboro as a legal counsel, so I'm leaving private practice. Not you all, don't take it personally. It's a nice opportunity. I hit 62 this year, it was a nice exit round.
Good.
Just a kid,
Yeah.
just a kid. Well, we'll miss your services. Thank you for your, thank
I'm
you
not
for
living in
your.
Henderson, I'm still on 311 Rudy Avenue.
Okay.
Everybody in Western Kentucky's got myself.
All right, well, we're blowing through attorneys. This will be the third one in 5 years.
Yeah, Doran and then
Man, we're
Chris,
tough.
so-
Must be a tough group. All right, if there's no other business to conduct, we will be adjourned at this point.